The Real McCoys, starring Walter Brennan, created by Irving Pincus.
Want you to meet the family known as the Real McCoys. That's Grandpappy Amos, the head of the clan. He roars like a lion, but he's gentle as a lamb. And now here's Luke, who beams with joy since he made Kate Mrs. Luke McCoy. From West Virginia they came to stay in sunny California. Old Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys of the family known as the Real McCoys.
Come on, little Luke. Hurry up, you better get started.
Come on, we're waiting on you.
I'm a-coming. Oh, my, you do look beautiful. Oh, gee.
You're sure loaded up there. You better throw them even from both sides, otherwise you're going to tip over.
Sure wish you wouldn't all make such a big fuss about this. Ain't as if I'm having my tonsils out or something.
This is a turning point in your life, little Luke.
Hey, this is your first job. After you.
Grandpa! Grandpa, these tires are all right.
Well, I figure you'd get off to a better start on some new air.
Grandpa, since this is an important occasion, I think as head of the McCoys, you ought to have something to say.
Oh, yeah. Well, little Luke, when you didn't have no job at the age of 10, I figured you was going to be one of them god-darn playboys. But now that you're 12, I'm rightly proud to see that you're going to work at last.
Well, I'm going to try to make a lot of money, too.
Yeah?
Yep. If I ride real fast, I might even make $10 or $15 a week.
Well, from there, they ain't nowhere to go except president.
Well, making that kind of money, who wants to be president?
I'm going to be going. Bye, everybody. Bye, little Luke.
So long,
Have a
little
good day. Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
So long.
$10 or $15 a week. That just goes to show you what a public school education will do for you.
You sure it's going to help with all 5 McCoys putting money in the cookie jar?
Yeah.
Pretty soon we'll be able to buy that chicken brooder we've been saving up for.
You know, that reminds me the first time I hired out. I didn't have no bicycle. It was a mule. It wasn't no superhighway. It was a swamp. I wanted to deliver newspapers. It was a jug. You know, I'll never forget the first night when I come home. Say, come to think of it, I didn't come home that first night. I was in jail. God darn it!
I'm just testing you to see which checker makes you flinch.
Nobody can tell what I'm a-thinking when I'm playing checkies. I'm as cool as a cucumber. Now, God darn it, move! Now, let me study it.
Boy, what a day I have. Sold 8 extra papers.
Hey, you're really improving. Yesterday you only sold 6 extra.
Yep, and 4 extra the day before yesterday.
Say, you're really beavering, boy.
Looks like I'm going to have you a mighty big week.
Yeah.
What are you two doing?
Oh, we was just going in the kitchen to get a glass of money.
I got to talk to a couple ladies about subscriptions. I'll be back in half an hour.
Now, what were you up to?
Loctite.
Same as every day.
Wonder who it is in this house he don't trust.
Kate, maybe? Got the money piling up like cigar butts at a county meeting.
Grandpa, I'm ashamed of you.
What's to be ashamed of? It ain't like we was snooping on a stranger. It's our own kin.
Grandpa, there's over $6 in there.
That much?
Well, no wonder the boy keeps the drawer locked. He wants to surprise us.
Huh?
He wants to see the joy written on our face when he turns in the money for accounting on Saturday. And you know something else? The way that boy's going, we might have to get us another cookie jar.
Yeah, and when you get to be a 2-cookie jar family, there ain't much more in life you can shoot for.
You know, when it makes a little, it makes a lot. You know, that ain't important. What counts is what it's doing to the boy. Now he's seen us McCoys working together and sharing together. And there he is out there, green sapling, just bending under his share of the load.
And we're going to have to think of some way to show him how much we appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. I tell you, Kate, next pair of socks of mine that shrinks, he gets them.
Well, here's my sewing money for the week. 75 cents was for Mrs. Worth's hem, and $1.50 for Alter and Mrs. Webster, and, well, altogether it's $8.
Where's little Luke?
He's in this room.
He's probably counting his money. He had a whole lot of loose change.
No, I think he wants to be last. All right, Hassie, it's your turn to put your money in the cookie jar.
$2.40 for babysitting.
Well, Hassie, I want you to know that we're just to set aside some of this money for your education. We're going to get you that pen and pencil set you've been a-wanting.
Well, thanks, Grandpa.
All right, Luke, you got something put in?
Yep. Here's aid money. Did right well this week, too. As soon as we save enough for that chicken brooder, there'll be a whole lot more coming in.
Well, I guess I'm next. That's for vegetables and such like. Well, that's all of it. Any more McCoys want a report?
Hey, everybody, I got $10.24.
$10.24. Well, that's a sizable amount.
I just can't believe it. $10.24.
And in 1 week.
Oh, don't get you.
That must be some kind of a record.
Yeah, well, I better be going, everybody.
Where you going?
I'm going into town. I'm going to have me a time with my money.
Breaks my heart.
Been there for hours and hours, just a rocking and a squeaking and a squeaking and a rocking.
I just can't understand how little Luke could do a thing like that.
I do. He's a rat.
Hassie, that's your own brother you're talking about.
We all work and share.
But as soon as he earns the money, he runs right off to town to spend it.
Well, in a way, you can't blame him. I mean, $10.24, that's a lot of money for a boy.
Poor Grandpa. It's not the money that bothers him. It's little Luke not living up to his expectations.
He lived up to my expectations. He's a
Hassie.
You know what?
Come here. Look what's coming. Look at there, Grandpa.
Where, what?
It looks like he's got a whole lot of packages.
Packages?
Fancy wrappings, too.
Packages and fancy wrappings?
Maybe he got himself an extra job as delivery boy.
Well, who'd he be delivering to in this neighborhood?
Yeah, now who would he be delivering to in this neighborhood?
Well, I just asked that same question.
But you got eyes, ain't you?
What's that got to do with it?
You got eyes but no heart. You're all misjudging the boy.
How do you figure that, Grandpa?
Saying he's selfish and unsharing. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
I still don't follow you, Grandpa.
Well, look, there's packages and fancy wrappings. Now, that means presents.
Them packages may not be presents.
Now, you listen to me, Kate. I poured a lot of good sense, love, and whippings into that boy. And I know him from the bottom up. And them's presents. Now, let's go down there just like we don't expect nothing. See, just casual like. Come on. Luke? Let me hold your bike for you. Wouldn't want you to drop them fancy wrap packages.
And boy, did I find some bargains. Where do you see the pen and pencil set I got? Red and silver.
My favorite colors.
And I went by Gray Bar's hardware store. I got the keenest knife ever. It has 14 blades and a beer can opener. It's the one you picked out in the window last week, Luke.
Yeah, I know the one.
That ain't nothing. I got the prettiest swimming suit you ever did see.
Oh, ain't that elegant, little Luke? How'd you know the right size?
I tried it on. Sure as a beauty, huh, Grandpa?
Sure is, but ain't it a mite small?
No. Fits me perfect. I better get this stuff into the house. Glad you liked it, everybody.
There goes the only McCoy ever born in a hospital. Must have been the pampering that spoiled him rotten.
Ever see a belt like this before?
Another piece of trash. Every dad-blasted day, that boy comes home duded up with doodads.
Well, he's just a little boy, Grandpa. I guess he's still thinking like one.
Well, I get a shingle in the woodshed will grow him up fast.
Hold on, Grandpa. You know, when it's all over and done with, you're going to be hurting a whole lot worse than he does.
Yeah, but not in the same place.
Easy now.
What do you mean, junk?
That motorcycle belt is junk, just like everything else you bought. Little Luke, I'm plain whole hog ashamed of you.
I know what you're getting at. You want me to put my earnings money in a cookie jar. That's what you want.
Only if you want to, little Luke.
Oh, I don't. What I've got me is stuff I've always wanted. First time in my whole life it got me stuff that makes other kids jealous of me.
Me. That's all you're thinking of. Hand me some eggs and I'll fix your lunch. I just can't believe it's you talking.
This here's a rotten egg.
It takes one to know one.
Little Luke, maybe you ain't had the things that other kids have, but you never wanted for the things that really count. Love and affection and knowing that you're wanted by your kin. Setting yourself apart is going to make for a lot of unhappiness later on. Someday you're going to be needing some help, and you ain't going to have nobody to go to.
Nobody has to worry about me. I can take care of myself.
It's no use talking to you. Just sit down, I'll give you your lunch.
So he can take care of himself, huh? Let's see if he can put his money where his appetite is. Hold it, Kate. Before you slide them delicious eggs on this fella's plate, I think we ought to have a little understanding.
About what?
About the prices. Now, son, if you want these eggs, they're going to cost you 25 cents.
25 cents?
Them's cheaper than town prices. And don't forget, them eggs was picked as soon as they was popped.
Grandpa, you ain't serious.
He sure is, and I'm with him.
Well, if you don't feel you're one of us and you want to live your own life, then you got to pay.
I gotta pay?
Well, I'm glad we see eye to eye. Egg him, Kate.
Do I get some bread and jam with this?
Why, yes, I guess you could have some bread and jam. What should we charge him for bread and jam, Luke?
Well, seeing as how he's going to be a regular customer, I think about 8 cents seems right.
8 cents?
All right, Luke, an order of bread and jam.
Coming right up.
What about some milk?
Sure, you can have some milk, son. That'll be a nickel a glass and 4 cents for refill.
Okay.
Hassie, pour a glass of milk for this here fellow, would you?
For him?
Yeah.
I'd rather hit him over the head with it.
And lose a good customer?
Hassie, get the milk and stand by for refill. You get about 3 cents worth of yellow all over your shirt. Kate, have to charge him 10 cents more for his laundry.
I got his bill all figured up, Grandpa.
Yeah?
Oh, we're charging him. Good.
It comes to 48 cents. Yep, including the laundry.
Yeah, Mr. McCoy, 48 cents. I hope you like our new arrangement.
48 cents, huh? Well, here's 50. You can split the tip.
Come over here.
Gee, Mrs. Mulligan, I didn't mean to break your window. Honest, it was an accident.
Accident or no accident, it's broken, isn't it?
Well, every single day you've been complaining about having to go down the porch steps to get your paper. So this time I'm playing it a little harder. I just wanted to make it easier on you.
Now, don't you try and get out of it.
Well, I'll pay for the window. Right now. Right here on the spot. Is it $2, $3, $5?
The window's the very least of it.
The least? How do you mean?
This paper not only broke my window, but it knocked a rack of my husband's meerschaum pipes right off the table. They're smashed to bits.
Well, if you'll just tell me how much they're worth.
How much are they worth? They're priceless. They could be hundreds of dollars.
Hundreds of dollars?
Hundreds of dollars?
What's the trouble?
It's an emergency, Grandpa. Little Luke's in trouble.
I knew it.
Hush up, Patsy. What kind of trouble?
Mrs. Mulligan just called, and little Luke flung a paper through a window.
You wouldn't bring me a hopping for that. Leave him pay for himself. It's his own fault.
Oh, it's worse than that, Grandpa. He also broke a whole rack of Mr. Mulligan's antique pipes. She says they're worth hundreds of dollars.
Hundreds of dollars. Oh, my.
I'll never be able to pay that.
Oh, looky. Yonder he comes.
It's time I took a hand here.
Now, Grandpa, don't be too hard on
Now,
him.
leave me be. I'll handle it my way. Well, hi there, little Luke.
All right, little Luke.
Say, you getting so done rich you just don't want to talk to people no more?
Now, Grandpa.
Oh, shh. Well, son,
Oh, I got some important business to attend to, Grandpa.
what kind of business?
I don't think it would interest you none.
Why not?
Well, it's personal. I got to take care of it myself.
Well, maybe we could help you.
I don't think so, Grandpa.
Well, you never can tell if you don't give us a chance.
Little Luke, we know all about you breaking Mr. Mulligan's pipes and the hundreds of dollars you owe.
You do?
Mrs. Mulligan called.
And you mean you'd still want to help me after the way I've been acting?
Little Luke, McCoy ain't just a name. McCoy is flesh and blood people who believe certain things. And one of them is that no McCoy was ever known to back away from another McCoy when he was in trouble.
Gee, thanks, Grandpa.
And of course, I got one other reason. As pesky and aggravating as you are.
It's because your grandpa loves you.
That's right, little Luke.
Gee, Grandpa, I'm proud to be a McCoy.
And I'm proud to be one once removed.
Well, I guess I'm proud, too. But what kind of takes the edge off it is thinking about where we're going to get the money to pay for this.
Well, Luke, we ought to settle our just debts. We'll settle this one way or another. Mulligan?
Yes.
My name is Amos McCoy. I'm the grandpa of your little newspaper boy.
Oh, yes. What a frightful thing that was.
Well, I don't think the boy meant no harm.
I don't see how you're ever going to settle it. My husband's pipes were priceless. They were antiques.
Well, I figured we could make some arrangement if I could talk to him.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Impossible? Well, I promise not to stir him up.
I'm sure you won't, Mr. McCoy. I'm a widow.
Widow? Well, this is a small world. I'm a widower myself.
Oh?
How long you been wearing the weeds?
I lost my husband nearly 2 years ago.
Yeah. It must have been quite a shock, being such a young bride.
Well, I've been married over nearly 20 years.
Well, your husband must have treated you like a princess to keep you so well preserved.
There would be another man like him. He was a perfect husband.
Yeah, you had to be. Keep a fine, young, blooming woman like you so true to his memory.
Oh, thank you very much.
Why, if I'd have had the least idea there was a fine-looking woman like you unattached, I'd have been around to just wearing my knuckles out in your front door.
Why, Mr. McCoy.
Yes, that's what I'd been doing. I guess it wouldn't done me much good, though. Feeling the way you do about your husband.
Mr. McCoy, he did have a few faults.
Well, he couldn't have had many. You'd been at them dancing socials every Saturday night.
Saturday night?
Yeah, every Saturday night.
Well, as I was saying, he did have a few faults. But they were doozies.
Yeah.
Messiest man you ever saw. His clothes are always all over the floor.
Oh, you poor creature.
And he wasn't a very good provider. We'd have never gotten out of debt if he hadn't been hit by the truck.
Well, now, you have had your troubles.
And those fancy pipes of his. He put a mixture in them that turned my house into a smudge pot. Every time I think of it, I start coughing.
Miss Mulligan, maybe I shouldn't say this, but you ever stop to think that maybe my grandson done you a favor when he busted them pipes?
Well, maybe. This is Saturday. Is there a dance tonight?
Around to pick you up about 8. Well, you can all stop worrying.
How much are we going to have to pay?
Not a cent. I paid for it with my charm.
Gee, I sure hope little Luke appreciates what you did.
Everybody, I got something here. It's kind of a way of making up.
Yeah?
Grandpa, you know that sweater you liked?
Yeah.
It'll fit. It stretches.
Well, if it don't stretch, little Luke, I'll try and shrink a little.
Luke, here's that knife you liked. It's yours.
Well, thanks. Gosh, a fella could get wore out just opening up all these blades.
And Hansie, you can have the pen and pencil set. It's practically brand new. I haven't written over 2 or 3 words with it.
Well, sometimes it isn't so bad having a little brother.
Kate, here's that swimming suit you was wanting.
Thank you, little Luke. It's,
As soon as I get some more money, I'll get the rest of it. And this is for all of you. If I ever misbehave again, you can use it on me.
Well, little Luke, welcome back to the McCoys.